Hello everyone, I hope you're all having a fabulous Monday. Today I'm coming at you with our weekly Minks Monday Q&A. Before we get started, let me share the bag that I'm currently rocking, and it is not a luxury good. It is this cutie, which is the JanSport Right Pouch. I will be discussing this in depth on my monthly favorites if you are interested in hearing about it. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, let's start your workout, let's go to work, whatever it is that you do, come join me. We have some awesome topics to cover today and some eye candy. All right, and before I get into the full-on questions, I did have a lot of you ask me what shirt I was wearing on my previous Minks Monday, and it was actually a shirt that my very good friend Joyce sent me. She has an online website called Vintage and Modern Madness. I will make sure and put a link to it on the description box below, but the shirt that she sent me is this beautiful shirt, and she customized it by putting Minks for All on there. But check it out, it has the quatrefoils that the Louboutin monogram has. The ones on her website say Handbag Addict instead of Minks for All, which I thought was just absolutely gorgeous. So make sure and check out her boutique. But I did share this on my my mail time love from you guys. But look at that, isn't that awesome? And I love the neckline too because it's V-neck. V-necks always seem to work out for me a little bit better. But I thought I would just share. But yes, it is Vintage and Modern Madness. So again, I will put her information on the description box below. Starting with the first question from CC Mel's. Do you ever feel like your bags get in the way? Like you have to be careful when going places, setting them down, when going to restaurants, worrying about them getting damaged, worrying about the resale value creasing? I do, LOL. So I'm wondering if you feel somewhat similar. Either way, I think all the worry is worth it. This is a fabulous, fabulous question. And have I felt this way before? Absolutely I have. I remember in the beginning, I kind of had my bags in a little bit of a bubble. If we went somewhere, I was always thinking, I need to get an extra chair at a restaurant. I need to do this. I don't want to rub against this. I don't want to do that or whatever. And I kept thinking about the bag. And to be honest, it really took a lot of joy out of using the bag because I was so worried about everything else. And, you know, as the years have gone by, to me, it's more so now about just getting that joy out of the handbag. And if I do get a water stain, if I do get color transfer, while it might not be the best thing, I consider them beauty marks. I've said this before. It lets your bag tell a story, and I know that's not always the smartest way to look at things, especially when you're talking about some of these handbags that could be anywhere from $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. But you know, I just feel that the joy of using the handbag and just rocking the handbag without thinking of anything else is really what it's all about. And to be honest, I feel that my hubby kind of, when we go out, he'll say, oh, let me get you another chair. It's almost like the worry has transferred over to him, you know what I mean? So he'll get another chair if we're at a restaurant that allows for another chair, or if it's raining, he'll ask me, what bag are you using? You know it's raining, right? And he's so in tune and he's so thoughtful when it comes to my bags. And I think that it's really because, you know, he knows how much I love handbags and how much I talk about them. But I also feel maybe, just maybe, he doesn't want to hear me complain if something happens to something, you know what I mean? Like he's almost like, it's almost like saying, I'm telling you now, Minnie, it's raining, don't use a monogram bag type of thing. I don't know. But I thought that was, I mean, I think it's really awesome that he does that. So maybe the worry, like I said before, transferred just a tad, but no. Now it's all about taking the bag out of the bubble and rocking that handbag. Next question from Ebony T. I just purchased the Speedy 35 in Damien Ben for a birthday present to myself. Well, happy birthday. I originally planned to buy the monogram, but they only had that in the Speedy Bandolier 30. I love the Damien Ben, but I can't stop thinking about the monogram. I got caught up in the moment and I wanted to take something home. Don't get me wrong, I love my bag, but my question is, should I go for the 35 monogram next so I can stop lusting over it? Have you done this before? Buying something else when what you originally wanted was not available. I have this bad. This is a fantastic question. All right, and have I had this happen before? Oh yeah, I've told you guys, I can justify anything. Anything. There have been times that I'll be at the boutique and if I'm going specifically for something, I won't find it, right? and then I'll find something else, and the first things out of my mouth are, well, I was gonna buy this one anyways, so it's a good thing that I can get it now. You know, even though I am lusting over the other thing. So for me, I usually would end up going back to the boutique and exchanging it or ordering it so I can get the one that I had originally been lusting for. But if you are looking to add another one to your collection and you love the Damia Ben and you still can't stop thinking about the monogram, then heck yeah, definitely I would end up going for it. You know, kind of like with trifectas, with any type of trifecta, that's how I feel. If I love the bag and I love the way that it ends up working out for my lifestyle, I will buy it in multiple prints or in multiple colors, you know what I mean? So yes, if you can't stop thinking about it, then I would go for it. Unless you have a little bit of doubt and you still want the monogram first over the Damia Ben, then I would just exchange it, or maybe be able to order it from your sales associate so you can get that one first and then see how it goes. But yep, I know exactly what you mean. Same thing, same thing, same thing. Next question from Linda Ince. Can I ask your advice on getting a mini pochette? Which is the better canvas, the Damia Ben or the monogram? Also, I have heard that they are discontinuing these. Do you know if this is true, as I'm having a hard time trying to get one? Great questions. First one, all right, better canvas between Damia Ben and monogram. And like I said, we have a little bit of eye candy. Here is the Damia Ben and the monogram. I think both of these are great, no matter what. I have had the Damia Ben longer than the monogram, and the only thing that I'll have to say, actually a few things, if you are looking for something maybe a little bit more carefree, something where you don't have to worry about patina, you don't have to worry about water stains, even though this has a very small tab of leather, I would end up going for the Damia Ben just because it's very carefree. It does have the treated leather, but with that note, when it comes to the Damia Ben, just be careful if you decide to use this as a catch-all or as a clutch or a wristlet, because it does have this gorgeous red interior. This is very, very saturated, so if you end up using the lighter small leather goods in here, it might end up having a little bit of color transfer. So just keep that in mind if you decide to use this, as I said before, as a clutch or as a wristlet. But either one are great, absolutely great pieces. Now, have I heard that they are discontinuing them? I have not. I hope that is the biggest rumor I have heard. I do have a slight obsession when it comes to mini pochettes. You guys know that. I give you earfuls on them every single time they come up. But when I was in the boutique class, I was talking to my sales associates and we were discussing, you know, how it's how canvas is becoming very scarce to find in the boutiques, and really that's because they're focusing mostly on the leather goods part, the epi, the empreinte, and all the other beautiful leathers that the fashion house offers. I know that they have been testing selling mostly the canvas pieces online to go that route. So I don't know if that's necessarily the way that it's going to be moving forward. I know, like I said before, that they are testing it. So since they are trying to focus on the leather aspect of the fashion house, that might be the reason why it's getting harder and harder to find these items in the boutiques. But what I would recommend, even what she recommended, was that if you want to add one of these items to your collection and you can't find it at your local boutique, try online. I know sometimes I have like stalked the website trying to see if it comes available, and usually I know a lot of people have messaged me and saying that they were able to find this item that they haven't been able to find in the boutique for 3 months, 4 months, or anything like that. So hopefully that's the case, and hopefully that was able to answer your question. All right, next one from Donna Epps. Can you describe your view on whether it is worth it to purchase Chanel red caviar bags? I know you have a red Chanel wallet on chain, but no other red Chanel. I am considering getting either a caviar red Chanel medium large or jumbo, but I am not sure it's worth it to spend so much on a red bag. So far, I have only bought black Chanel bags. I have a black Chanel jumbo, a medium large, and a mini, but I can't get the red out of my head. This is an awesome, awesome question. When it comes to red handbags, I am absolutely all for a red handbag, and I know that sometime in the future, my unicorn is going to be a red pebbled leather handbag. I don't know which fashion house that will be from, but to me, I feel that red is such a neutral color. I know that might not be the case for everybody, but I feel it goes with everything, be it brown, black, purple, what have you. I love the way that red looks with anything. So for me, I'm all about it. And, when it comes to adding any colored handbag to your collection, I've often discussed that they don't end up having the best resale value, with the only exception really being Hermes, because Hermes, whether it's black, red, purple, burgundy, whatever color it is, they have such great resale value because they're so, they're so sought after, especially when it comes to the Kellys or the Birkins. But with any other fashion house, it can be tricky, because if you, let's say that you fall in love with it, you're all excited about it, and a year later you go to sell it, if you go to sell it, you have to find someone first and foremost that is looking for that specific bag in that size, or that has that color combination, or anything like that. So it can get a little tricky, as I mentioned. But I would have to say that if your heart is singing for a red bag and you can't get it out of your mind, I would go for it if you love it. And I wouldn't think about anything else. And I know that I'm kind of contradicting myself here, because I do often talk about the resale value, as I mentioned a moment ago. And I talk about all these other details, all these other aspects. But I think that the joy of using the bag and just having that grin from ear to ear is really what it's all about when it comes to handbags. Not the resale value, not this, not that. It's all in all the joy that you get when you use the bag. So if you love that red, then I would absolutely go for it. I know that this season's red, my very good friend Snape HBP, or Sam, she has the red Caviar Mini. Every time I see it on Instagram, I'm just like, the drools just starts. You know what I mean? I'm just like, oh, that color is insanely gorgeous. But that's what I would recommend. If you love it, then go for it, And I wouldn't necessarily think about too much else. But if you are worried about resale value, if you are worried about all those other details, then, it might be, maybe you can go for a wallet on chain, because it is a little bit smaller, or you can end up going for small leather goods in general, so that way you do have those pops of color inside of your beautiful black bags, which you have a fantastic collection as well. I just thought I'd mention that. But that's what I would end up doing. If you're still unsure, I would sit on it for just a little while longer, because I know that for me, I don't want to have any type of regrets or any type of buyer's remorse when it comes to adding a colored handbag, especially because I haven't had the best success with it, in the past. And I don't want to keep repeating history over and over again, because I'm telling you, every time I go into the boutique, I automatically go for Renee, like I said last week, and I automatically go for colored handbags because I'm attracted to it. But I know in my heart of hearts, I won't end up either A, using the red handbag, or using the colored handbag, or I might fall out of love with it. So I completely understand what you're saying, and hopefully I was able to give you a little bit of insight. All right, next question from Pamela Denton. How do you keep your shoes looking like new? They don't look worn at all. I know you wear them. Nothing showing on the inside where your feet connect with the shoe, and the outside looks pristine. What's your secret? Great question. I'm assuming you're referring to the Chanel espadrilles. I did talk about this briefly on my Chanel espadrilles video last week. But the main reason why they don't look really worn is because I end up wearing socks with them. The only exception really is my black lambskin pair, and you could really see the wear back here on the leather lining. But when it comes to the other lambskin ones or the fabric ones, yeah, I don't like the sensation of going sockless. So I wear socks. It really helps out. And to be honest, I don't do anything else. I don't condition them. I don't do anything like that. And I'm going to admit it, I'm very clumsy when it comes to walking. I don't know what it is. It's probably because I get distracted with everything else. When I'm out shopping, it's the worst. I'll just be, I'm the person that's, like, let's say I'm at the store and I'm looking here. My eyes are also looking over here. I feel like my eyes get overwhelmed. Do you guys feel like that? Hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying, but I'm clumsy, constantly tripping over myself. I sound like a total nut, but it's true. So yeah, socks are the main reason why I feel that my shoes look a tad bit okay. Next question from Maribel Saranti. Hopefully I said that correctly. When you do sell bags from your collection, where do you sell it at? Wonderful question. I actually have a second Instagram account, which is at Luxury Love, love being LVOE. 99% of the time I end up selling my handbags on there, and it's usually handbags, small leather goods, or anything that I have. I also get items sent from clients that I end up posting on there. Currently, I have one bag for sale, which is my Celine mini luggage in the color Sori. You guys have heard me talk about it so many times. I love the bag. I love the color. I just don't use it as often as I would like because I feel that it's a tad too big for my body frame. I really want to end up going for the micro, but if any of you guys are interested, make sure and send me an email. But yeah, that's the place where I end up selling my my handbags or my pieces. Next question from Ingrid Ling. I was wondering if at a future date you could give tips on keeping your Louis Vuitton Demi-Azur pieces white. My Neverfull that I recently purchased has seemed to yellow, but I can't tell if it's because it was like that when I bought it. Great question. And to be honest, I think that when it comes to Demi-Azur, this is just my own opinion, my own assumption. I would highly recommend asking your sales associates if you want a little bit more information. And to be honest, I think I might ask my sales associates as well because I'm very curious. But I think that when it comes to Demi-Azur, I think that it's prone to yellow just because the canvas is so light, you know what I mean? And I've told you guys before, I'm a nut when it comes to storing my handbags. I always have them in their dust bags because I do have two large windows in this room. So I'm always really careful to make sure that no light is hitting them or anything like that. But just to show you guys, I feel that this one too has yellowed over time. When I end up putting this on the back, on that white background, I can really see that the color is a little bit more yellow. It almost looks like it's a cream, like an eggshell type of white, you know what I mean? And since I do use this the most in the spring and the summer, maybe it's because, like I said before, the sun hitting it when I'm out and about, that it's caused it to yellow. But at the same time, my Neverfull, which is my most used Louis Vuitton in my entire collection, that one hasn't really yellowed. Not as much as this one has. So maybe it's also because the canvas also changes, kind of like what, not changes, it seems to differ just a tad. Kind of like with monogram, we've discussed this before. Sometimes the LVs or the flowers might end up being a little bit more caramel on some pieces than others. On others, it might look a little khaki, it might look a little green. So maybe that's the reason why some pieces might look a little bit more yellow than others, but I strongly feel that it's because of the sun hitting these items. But that is a great question. If any of you guys have any information on this, please let us know in the comment section down below, or if you ask your sales associates. I know I won't get a chance to within the next week, but I am very, very curious. But that is just my assumption. Who knows if my assumption is correct or not? Like I said, that is my own opinion. I wanted to give you guys another example. I have my Tahitian Demi-Azur mini pochette here, and it might be hard to tell only because I don't have my camera yet, but check it out. Let's see if here we go. There we go. You can see it. Between these two, it looks like this one's a bright white, and this one is definitely has that like yellow tint to it. And when I end up putting the mini pochette up against the Tahitian Demi-Azur piece, this one looks like it's a little bit yellow. So maybe it's a bit of a combination of both. Maybe it's because the canvas does slightly differ, as I mentioned before, with Damier-Ebene or with monogram, either one. Or it could be, you know, the fact of how much I use the item. Who knows? But again, if any of you guys have any information, please let us know in the comment section down below. And the last question from Adriana G. 2 questions. Number 1, between the Louis Vuitton Damier-Ebene Yenna and the jersey, which handbag would you pick for winter, considering it does snow where I live? All right, I'm going to answer these as I go. Both, I think, are beautiful handbags, and I will put a picture of them right now. As I said, both of those bags are beautiful. The Yenna does have those gorgeous straps that are flat that I feel makes for a very comfortable handbag. And I also love the jersey because of the combination with the black leather, and it also comes with the extra strap for added versatility. Between the two, because of where you live, I personally would end up going for the Yenna, only because, as you guys saw in the pictures, the jersey, it does have a gap between the zipper and the bag. So let's say that you're caught in the snow, if you're caught in the rain or anything like that, that, you do run the risk that something can get inside of your handbag because of those gaps, versus the Yena has the full zip and you don't have to worry about any gaps or anything like that. And I say that very loosely because I know that sometimes when I've been caught in the rain, if I'm using my Neverfull, if I have a scarf, then all of my items are fine inside. Nothing gets wet or anything like that. But just in case, if you want that added peace of mind, I do love just the full zip that the Yena has. But either one of them are gorgeous handbags. And the fact that they're carefree makes it even better. You know what I mean? And the second question, not a handbag related one, but perfume/cologne related. If your husband mentions a couple of times how good of a cologne that an ex-girlfriend got him used to smell on him, would you buy it for his birthday or as a Christmas gift, or would you look for a similar smell on another fashion house? This is an amazing question. All right, so what would I do? I would most certainly not buy him the cologne that an ex-girlfriend got him. I don't care. Call it what you will. No. I don't want my hubby to be reminded of an ex-girlfriend whenever he ends up wearing it. You know what I mean? More than anything, I would rather both of us, if it's important, go to a counter and smell colognes together so we can find a scent that both of us like, so that way we can focus on the future, not on the past. Not with any ex-girlfriends. I don't want any reminder or anything like that. I am secure in my marriage, yes, but at the end of the day, I want my hubby to think of Minnie, not to think of anyone else. You know what I mean? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think on this question. I think that this is awesome. But yeah, being able to find something new, something different, something to attach new memories to, I think would be, would be great. And while that cologne might have smelled fantastic on him at one point, no. We're going to focus on the future. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that was able to answer your question, but I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on this. I love it. All right, you guys. So that does it for Minks Monday Q&A. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I was able to give you guys a little bit of insight or a little bit of info. And like always, when it comes to these videos, I want to hear your guys' opinion. There's never a right, there's never a wrong answer or anything like that. It's an open discussion. And that's what I sincerely love about Minks Monday. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the red button down below and hitting that bell so you're notified when I upload videos, which is anywhere from 2 to 3 times a week. And my camera is currently in the shop. I should have it by the end of this week. So next Minks Monday, it should be back to crisp and clear. I'm hoping anyways. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not. The choice is yours. Have a great day.